In this video clip, we're going to show using the data mover job that was created in the UI, both without and with a unit of work. That is, allowing data mover to create its own unit of work ID, and then we'll pass in a unit of work ID. This shows how you can relate all the actions of a data mover job with some external event stream. So first of all, here we are at the data mover window on the server, and we're just going to run the job with all the defaults. The data mover goes ahead and reads the job, and it requests the job start. It really doesn't take very long to run. Remember, we are copying 4 tables from one system to another system, and this is a static job, so there are no other options to do. That's one of the drawbacks of a static job, but the benefit of a static job is that it will start up and run faster. Not run faster, but it will initiate faster. In this case, we're copying 4 tables at the same time. Once this job has finished, we will then start the job again, but this time passing it a different or a specific unit of work ID, so that we'll be able then in the TMSM log viewer, event viewer, we will be able to look at these 2 sets and be able to see the different units of work and how they're grouped together. So that one completed successfully. We will now redo that, but add in a unit of work. And the key is the unit of work ID. That's what we have to use, and then I'll call it TDM Demo 1 as the unit of work ID, and we'll run that one. And it is exactly the same job being run a second time, but now we'll have a specific unit of work that we know we can look for. We can look for TDM-Demo 1 as a unit of work, filter on that, and we'll get just the events associated with this unit of work. And if this were part of such a job such as an ETL load, then the ETL load may well be given a specific unit of work, and then we can pass that unit of work ID onto data mover to do its portion of that ETL job, and then we will be able to associate all the events with that single unit of work ID. And while we're waiting for that to finish, I can take you over to it's just finished. Take you over now to the viewpoint server, and we'll open up, first of all, we'll open up the data mover portlet. And here you'll see that I filtered on TDM demo already, and you see we got 2 completed jobs, just a little over a minute apart. Let's take the first one and look at the status. And here it gives us more information. It says that we had 4 objects copied from Chile to Astro using credentials for TDM_user0. Gives us the start time, end time, duration, and so on. If you want more detail, we go on to click on View Log, and now you'll get as much detail as you could possibly want from data mover. You see all the different steps, and then within each step there's all the tasks that are done. Then you get individual log information. So as you can see, it's almost excruciating detail. There's a lot of detail provided to you through data mover, through the data mover portlet. There isn't a unit of work ID here. You can't associate this information with any other external set of events. using the data mover portlet because it's not tied into the TMSM. So I close that window there and then go to Save Jobs. And I could look at the second one. It'll give me the same information. So we won't waste time doing that. We'll just go back to all the portlets shown here. In fact, I'll minimize that one again. And this time we're going to go and look at the log viewer. So we'll look inside the log viewer. There we go. That did take a short while. Apologize about that. So we're looking at all the events that you see in the time here, that event timestamp that occurred in the last 10 minutes. And this shows, let me bring this window down a little bit more. And here we've got them. Unit work ID here is the default ones. TDM demo dash and then a date timestamp. So that's the way Data Mover is going to associate a unit work ID, which may well not align itself with any external event stream, such as an ETL job, which may have a different unique ID. So that's why it's good to be able to put in your own. So here we will put in our new one that we created, and we called it Demo 1. And we'll filter on that. And it should produce a filtered list. Here we are, just TDM Demo 1. Now, as you can see, there are 2 pages, a total of 33 rows of events from this one job that we ran. And you can see, if I scroll here, that it tells you about the timestamp, a resource ID, resource type, doing a lot of exporting and so forth, and job names. As you go further along here into the event message, you get more information, such as it's now working on TDM PC customers, and then periods and so on, and the number of rows. Now, as you can imagine, if this was part of a multi-step load process, you could well get all these events mixed in with all other event IDs, and if you didn't pass in a specific unit of work ID. So this allows you, as I say, to group them all together, and this is how you would do it. Well, that's the end of this little video clip. I hope it was helpful.